For this project, our group decided to do the National Organization for Women, which is more commonly known as NOW. For this project, we've really worked together to come up with a plan to help promote NOW and bring awareness to them and their cause. We believe that their mission is extremely important and can really help women across America who are fighting or struggling with any kind of issue. We wish for this organization to really have a greater reach in order to be able to assist in helping them help more women. For our plan to build awareness, or kind of more like our roadmap, this organization really has 5 goals in mind. So these goals are as follows. The first one is to really end criminalization of trauma. The second one is to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. The third one is to mobilize for the reproductive justice. The fourth one being advanced voting rights, and the fifth one being protecting immigrant rights. We really went about this process by thinking about their goals and their mission as a whole, and really about how we could help NOW amplify them and really get their name out there to help more women. We wanted to think of something that would not only give women an outlet online, but possibly an in-person outlet for them as well. We wanted to help NOW expand their purpose and enable them to have the greatest reach possible. The bigger reach you have, the more people you're going to be able to have help with your cause or volunteer or donate. We realize that not all women who are struggling are going to be facing these 5 issues, but every single one of these issues is important nonetheless. We wanted to give these women a safe place that they could really go and talk about any kind of issues that they're struggling with or any kind of problems that they're facing, whether they're one of the 5 that NOW really focuses on or anything else. For the development of this project, we began thinking about how it would be a good way to incorporate these ideas that we had into something that could possibly help these women as well at NOW. We realized that kind of having a small gathering similar to a book club would really be a good idea. This incorporates the idea that you can have someone in person to talk to, and if you are struggling, you do have a bigger support system than you might have had prior to this. We started talking about how we would go about finding women who would wish to participate in this, as well as how we would spread the word about our new meetings for NOW. We decided it would work the best if we found women who are really heavily involved in NOW, who are in large cities across America, and they would now become the NOW group leaders for that area. These leaders would really be able to rent out a room or a space in places like community centers or remote working locations for larger groups. If we're dealing with a smaller group or a group that's really just starting up, you could always meet in a coffee shop with a few women or possibly in a restaurant for lunch or something of that sort. For the promotion of this, we decided the best way to go about promoting this idea would really be to do so through the NOW site as well as through their social media platforms. We understand that not a lot of people are going to trust just random kind of postings or advertisements, so we really decided it would be the best to go straight from the source where all the women already get their information from NOW, really just promoting this through their website as well. We would then test run these group meetings in a few larger cities, and if that goes well, we could expand this idea across America or to other states. So we really kind of wanted to do like a test run for 1 or 2 small groups and just see how women like it, see if they're comfortable with it, see if it succeeds, and then kind of go from there and build as we go. In addition to using their social media sites as well as their website, we could always post things like flyers in popular spots in cities, and we do understand that they are always large protests and walks that a lot of women are a part of, and that a lot of people do who are part of NOW or other small groups that NOW has contacts or affiliations with. So for the implementation of this, we went about implementing this plan by seeing who really was involved with NOW and where they're located, as well as learning how exactly to become a volunteer. We decided that to be a group leader for NOW, you'd have to complete a training course through the National Organization of Women itself. This is because we want everyone to really fully be trained and readily available to help anyone else. We don't want anyone going into this being a leader and being uncomfortable with a certain situation. And as always, there would be people who are higher up to handle certain situations if needs be. We then went about deciding where we would go to have this take place for the first few trial runs. We decided that DC would be a great place for a trial run of these community outreach meetings. Over time, we really hope for this to grow to numerous states or across America, and possibly have it turn into a mentor type of meeting. Similar to AA, where participants have sponsors, we would really want members who are struggling heavily would have a person that they would be able to reach out to if they needed. So, like I said, with AA, where someone who's struggling very difficult or very hard has a sponsor, someone who was struggling in NOW would really have someone they could reach out to, not necessarily the leader, but would have someone that they would be able to reach out to if they needed help. The projected success or failure, we actually believe that this project will succeed because instead of just doing protests or walks or having someone to reach out to in social media, This gives the woman a place to go to feel safe and able to talk about anything. This also really gives them someone direct to talk to, especially being face to face. I know that a lot of people are more comfortable with that than just talking over the phone to someone they don't know. With this project, we really found that our group focused a lot and kind of followed the Tuckman's five stages of group development. So the first one of that being forming, when the team meets and gets acquainted with one another. In addition to this is when they establish ground rules. So for the first day of this project, we showed up to class and we were really assigned our groups. One of our group members was actually not present, but I didn't really know anyone going in, so we all kind of got to introduce ourselves and meet everyone in that first day. In this first day, we also scheduled our first group meeting and established the group chat and the Google Docs. So for the second 5 stages of group development, the storming section, this is really where members of the group begin to communicate how they feel, but they still really don't feel as if they're a cohesive unit. They're still somewhat thinking similar to individuals or just about themselves rather than a full group. So for this, when we met for the first time, we were kind of having issues thinking as a group and coming to a conclusion about what we really wished to do our research on. I know that we decided on something differently in the first meeting when we first got assigned to our groups, but one of our group members was not present. So when we met for a group with all of us, it was really difficult to kind of come together and try to think of a group because we had to come up with a whole brand new idea. For the third section, for norming, this is where group members finally begin to feel as if they're really a team and a cohesive unit, and they realize that when they work all together, they can actually achieve things and get things done when they accept the viewpoint of others in their group. For this stage, we met again for the second time, and we're really then able to begin discussing what we wanted to work on. After texting for a while and discussing the project over our group chat and the Google Docs, we really started to see each other's points of view and started to collaborate more on this project. For the fourth stage, for performing, this is where the team really begins to work in an open and trusting environment. In this environment, the hierarchy really doesn't matter as much, and I found that in this stage, we all kind of started helping each other out. Especially, one of the main things in the stage, we kind of hit our second roadblock, which was where we went online from coronavirus. So that was really hard because we weren't actually able to meet in person. We were kind of doing all of our communication online over the Google Doc and over the phone. So for this, we really just started helping each other and discussing our work in a Google Doc with one another as well as in the group chat. And for the fifth and final stage, adjourning, this is where the team now conducts an assessment of the year, or in our case, the overall project as a whole, and then really implements a plan for moving forward or moving around the roles and recognizing the work that was done by all the members. So today we're actually turning in our final project, and I believe that as a group we did a really good job kind of overcoming all of our roadblocks and really working together as a cohesive unit. And I found that all of our different strengths really came together and we were all able to help one another out and kind of bounce ideas off of one another. And I'm really proud of all the work that our group has done.